First and foremost, what was the Treaty of Versailles? On June 28, 1990, the Treaty of Versailles was signed at the Palace of Versailles, outside of Paris, France. The treaty was one of several that officially ended 5 years of conflict known as the Great War, World War I. This treaty was made so that the Allies could administrate justice after the devastation wreaked by the First World War, and to support those suffering as a result of it. The Treaty of Versailles outlined the conditions of peace between Germany and the victorious Allies, led by the United States, France, and the United Kingdom. The people who led these countries were David Lloyd George, representing the UK, George Clemenceau, representing France, and Woodrow Wilson, representing the US. Other Central Powers, significantly Austria-Hungary, signed different treaties with the Allies. The Treaty of Versailles is one of the most controversial armistice treaties in history. The treaty's so-called war guilt clause forced Germany and other Central Powers to take all the blame for World War I. This meant a loss of territories, reduction in military forces, and reparation payments to Allied powers. The powers agreed, without consulting Germany, that they would have to pay reparations to the Allies for the damage they caused by the war, which was £6.6 billion. Then, Germany's overseas empire was taken away, which was controlled by France and Britain. These effects led to the economic suffering in the form of inflation and hyperinflation, and political instability. Some historians think that the Treaty of Versailles was, in the words of the British economist John Maynard Keynes, one of the most serious acts of political unwisdom for which our statesmen have ever been responsible. They say it contributed to German economic and political instability that allowed for the formation of the National Socialists just a year later. Other historians note that the Treaty of Versailles was actually very restrained. Germany and other Central Powers were not occupied by the Allied forces after the war. However, it would take Germany several decades to pay off their reparations. In the end, Germany was required to pay the financial reparations, lose territory, and give up all of its overseas colonies. The Treaty of Versailles, which represented peace for some people and a diktat for others, also sowed the seeds of the Second World War, which would break out 20 years later.